Alright, this video is for Erv Plecter from Plecterlabs. I am currently using a Crystal Focus version 5.6. I had a problem with the sound font, that is, I've tried to multiple occasions trying to add the Jedi Dark Forces sound font into the Saber. So what I have in these three files is the original, which is the original file that worked. All the sound fonts work, which I named the folder Yun. And this one is the Jedi Dark Forces 3 sound fonts that you said that it worked, which is the Bank 3, which I'll be using. This Bank 3 is going to be put into a new file known as the Yun replaces Bank 3, which is the original sound fonts that you see in Yun, which is the one that works, to the Bank 3 that I've replaced onto this new file. So I have a copy. So I have a copy on the Yun replaces Bank 3 along with the Bank 3 to replace the folder within the Bank 3 on this file. So basically we're going to put on two separate chips. One of them is going to be on the 512, which you see over here. This is pretty small, but I have a 512 on my left and like 2 gigabytes on my right. So I guess I'll use a good one. I'll use the 2 gigabytes as my good one, where I'm going to put my Yun on the 2 gigabyte, and the 512 goes to the test, which is the one on the Yun replace Bank 3. So what I learned is that when I put this in, you can't just drag the files over. You have to format it first, then you drag the whole thing over. Then it would work. So I'm going to go and put the 2 gigabyte first. 2 gigabyte is going to be the good one, which is the original Yun file, which I have over here. I'm going to go and put this into the slot. Just want to make this a quick video. I don't want to drag this any further. Properties. So I just want to go to properties, make sure this is under fat format. Alright, so what I am going to do is that I am going to format this so that you know that it's going to be formatted. It's going to be allocation size, default allocation, and it's going to be fat by default. It's going to be fat by default on all the cards. So I'm going to put a quick format, start it. So format is done. That is done for 2 gigabytes. And the 512 is also going to be formatted too as well. So I'm going to put that in the slot. Let's format that. Another Yun. So I'm just going to go and format that one as well. Format, quick format, default allocation size, start it. Okay, so this is a 512 that I have that is fully formatted. As you can see, no files in there. So I'm going to drag the one with the sound font Jedi Dark Forces 3. So anytime I toggle to, let's say, Yoda, I want to get the sound font that I have, which is Jedi Dark Forces. So I'm going to drag this here to the 512. So I'm going to let it copy. So that's the way to do it, is that I learned that you can't just drag WAV files to a folder because it would corrupt the card. So the way to do it is to reformat everything first, then drag everything all at once, and then it should work. So that's the file that I have, which is the Yun replaces Bank 3 on the 512 megabytes. So I'm going to take that out. So remember, the 512 is going to be the test bed for the Jedi Knight. So I'm going to put that 512 aside. 2 GB is going to be the good one, which means that whenever I hit the 3, it's going to get back the original font the way it is. So let me put that over there. So I'm going to open this. There's nothing in there. So I'm going to go to Yun. Copy that, drag it over there. So I'm gonna let it roll. So by the time that is done, I'm gonna show you where I'm gonna connect each of these cards. So these again, those 2 cards are properly formatted. 12, 2 GB. We will start out with the 2 GB, the good one first, then we'll start off with the 512 afterwards. So here you go. That is done. I'm going to move this out. Alright, so let me move this camera. As you can see, the 2 GB is a good one, which is the original Yun sound font that was originally used for the Saber. And the 512 is the one that you saw in the email that I replaced the Bank 3 anytime I hit Yoda. I would want the Jedi Dark Forces on the sound. So let's try out the good one, the 2 GB first. This is the chassis. I like to put a little one of these on top so it doesn't do anything to the electronics. Just gonna be very careful, like move it so no pressure. Okay, so let's move this here. Alright, it's a bit of a mess. So this is the 2 GB. 2 GB is gonna move in first. Alright, this is the 2 GB one. Now it's in. And I'm going to move the kill key. Uh-oh. Crap. What the hell's going on with the 2 GB? I did the format. FAT32? God damn it, I hate this fucking card, man. Oh my god. I do this all over again. I think this is the FAT32. I think the 512 is the same thing. I think I had to format differently again. Somehow it likes the 512. It doesn't like the 2 GB for some reason, but it likes the 512. The lights work, the LED works. That's weird. Yoda. Huh. 512 actually works. It works. The 512 works, but the 2 GB doesn't work. That's really weird. Okay, well, I guess this ends my video. The 2 GB seems to be a card that's not meant for this board. That is unfortunate.